was giving talent, balls were just too late. So they try to put me down, but it makes me more ambitious. Success is sweet, but revenge is so delicious. Haters gonna hate.
Hey, what's going on, everyone? Strider's back with another pregame stats breakdown. Unfortunately, something weird happened with the stats, so we only have a few of them. But starting off on the red team, we're going to have Zac, Varus, Pantheon, Orianna, and Lee Sin versus the blue team, who has Graves, Morgana, Nautilus, Zed, and Singed. So starting off at the top lane, we're going to have a nice match between Pantheon and Singed. Could pretty much go anywhere since there's no stats on Pantheon, so we really have no idea. Then if we take a look at the mid lane, we're going to have Orianna versus Zed. Now, I think this is a really bad matchup for Orianna, to be honest, so I think I'm just going to have to give it to Zed in the end anyway. If we take a look at the jungle, though, we're going to have Zac versus Nautilus, and we don't see Nautilus that often, and he's really squishy early on, so I think I'm going to have to give the advantage to Zac on this one. Then if we take a look at the bottom lane, last but not least, we have Varus versus Graves. Now, both these are pretty interesting champions that we don't see that much. We've seen a lot more Varus than Graves, although Graves has been a powerhouse for a really long time. I don't really know who's going to win this match. It's kind of a toss-up, I'd say. But then if we take a look at the supports, we're going to have support Lee Sin versus support Morgana. Very interesting picks. I have no idea even where to begin with that, but it should be a very, very interesting game. But from the stats that we do have, the red team has a 56.45% chance of winning on average, as to where the blue team has a 58.51% chance of winning on average. So it looks like blue team has about a 2% advantage, so let's go ahead and get in the game and see what happens. Hey, what's going on, everyone? Strider's back with another episode of the Diamond League. Back with actually a really, really nice lineup. We have TheOddOne and WildTurtl from TSM, which is always exciting to see. I'm so glad, just, I guess for my channel's sake, that LCS is over with for a while, because typically I can't get anybody that's really, really well known, or the people that everyone wants to see, like TheOddOne or WildTurtl, or even ScubaChris, even though he's not super, super popular. But I also don't know about this TPA Torgun guy. I don't know if that's an actual Taipei Assassin member. It wouldn't necessarily surprise me. It kind of would, but at the same time it wouldn't. Mainly just because, they kind of have their own server now, but they did play on the North America server for a really long time. Same with, Korea, when it was just in beta or just came out of beta. A lot of the Korean players, there was a ton of Korean players, you just didn't know it because none of them talked. It's almost like the opposite of the Brazilian players. Typically, a lot of the Brazilian players are, they'll talk, they're pretty vocal, but they typically always duo queue and stuff like that. But with the Korean players, they just have a tight-knit community that they just were on Skype or whatever that is that they use. Oh, snap, we got a Pantheon. I have no idea. It might be Pantheon support. I have seen Pantheon support before. It could also be Orianna support. Or Lee Sin support, which would also... I think Pantheon support would be much better than Lee Sin support, to be honest. Well, I don't know. They're both a little weird. I'll put it that way. I think the CC from Pantheon is much more important. Mainly because, Varus has his blooded quiver, so he has to get 3 auto attacks before... Well, he doesn't have to, but optimized damage when he gets 3 auto attacks on somebody and then hits them with the spell. So keeping them in place is really important when it comes to that. It makes it really easy anyway. Nice ward coming out from the blue team in that tri-brush. Making sure to do it right around 1 minute 10 seconds just to check for any possible invades. And yes, we will actually have Morgana support, another support we haven't seen in a long time. We haven't even seen a Nautilus jungle in a while either. So a lot of really interesting picks. And I don't know if this is just the graphics lately or something, but it seems as if when people go into the bushes, you see a big giant square around them. Like, it used to be pretty prominent that you used to be able to see it more prominent. It used to be really apparent, and you'd be able to see that, but then they kind of got rid of it. They fixed it, but it looks like it may be back in a pretty predominant fashion. I'm not exactly sure why they're running away from just that one AD, because they have a ward there. They know nobody else is there. So this could be a really dangerous situation. Oh my gosh, if they would have landed that, that could be really bad for Graves. Is Graves going to go down? The health potion is going to be enough. Oh my gosh, just barely. And Lee Sin threw on. Wow, that was a beautiful job. Lee Sin threw on that fort pot just to do a little bit more. And he flashes for the first blood. Can you believe? I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say. Or there's something to say. He flashed for that last auto attack to pick up that kill. That's going to be first blood. Nice fling. It does seem as though his poison is much darker. Oh no, the ghost forces the flash. He doesn't want to take any of those tower shots because he could just get stunned on the tower and then take that. So great job of Singed backing off there. Pantheon definitely doesn't really want to mess around with Singed right now. And I don't know if he's ever going to get to the point where he's comfortable with it. Zed is also one of those champions you typically don't want to mess around with. Oh, and the fling actually ends up going onto a minion. He throws the ignite down onto the Pantheon. Oh my gosh, Nautilus going in for a huge gank, forcing the flash out from Orianna. Now Orianna's in a really bad position since her flash will not be up by the time Zed hits level 6. So this means his ultimate is going to have the full-fledged effect. But oh, Zach coming in, getting a nice pop-up, but the fling comes down at the same time a stun does. Very interesting, but Sindra will probably go down. Yes, absolutely nothing you can do from that. So great job by Zach getting a really nice kill up in there, but it was still a little weird that Sindra was able to fling even though he was stunned. I'm a little bit confused as to how that happened. Not something I've seen. Singe's fling used to have a lot of really bad priority issues and range issues, but now it's been kind of fixed. Oh no, Nautilus gets a nice nair, but oh, that's gonna be a hook. That red buff could be enough. Yeah, that red buff picks it up. Beautiful job. I don't think Nautilus is going to be able to get away from this. Zach, he puts on the slingshot. He's going in. Don't know if it's going to pick it up, though. It looks like Nautilus will just get away, but Orianna's going hard in the paint, trying to get those auto attacks. And wow, beautiful hook down. Gets that red buff, and both of them have red buff. Is it going to be enough? Oh, Nautilus is going to get away just barely. Wow, so much action all over the map. Oh, and the blue team is finally gonna get this last golem. There we go. Sorry, I didn't have that fixed earlier. Lee Sin getting the first blood, I don't necessarily know if that's a good thing. I mean, it's alright because he will be able to ward a little bit, but it doesn't seem as if he's going really full on support. Alright, he is throwing on nice little Tempest. Tempest would, I believe, have checked that brush to see if anybody was in that brush, because it does give vision of people. And now, since he walked in there and he saw a minion chase after him, he does know that there's a ward in there. So he's doing a great job. He's zoning out pretty well. Oh no, if he goes in on this, that could be very detrimental to his health. He's not going to do it, he's just going to use it for the harass. He's hit level 4 now, but there are still 3 members of the blue team in this bottom lane. And red team is not falling for it. Very nice job. But in the meantime, oh, Singed is doing his little Singe farming thing. But he could be biting off more than he could chew. No, it looks as if he will still survive. Blue team is going real hard in the paint. Varus going down super low. Throws out that flash. Oh, just barely dodges Dark Binding. They're waiting for a hook if they can get it. This is not a good situation for Varus to be in. But Zach coming in, he's gonna throw on. Oh, is he gonna go in? Slingshots, zoning up. He's still level 4, he's not level 6, and oh my gosh, he's at 17, 18 HP. Zach coming in, but wow, ScubaChris is able to pick up the kill onto the Graves, and oh, the Dissonance coming out. Gonna have a little bit of a gap close just from the speed, but the minions are blocking, and the Dark Binding saves them. Great job by Morgana, really being able to save it. Those minions were blocking so hard, though. He kept getting caught, and you could tell that it was happening. But in the meantime, Zed getting quite a bit of damage off on this mid tower. It's not going to go anywhere close to dying, but there is another minion wave here. Zach is coming up, not having any issues, and oh my gosh, doesn't get the pop-up on the Zed in that mid. Almost had the perfectly timed pop-up with the ult from Pantheon at the same time. That would have been a phenomenal little combination, especially if Zach was actually level 6. They could have timed that out a little bit better, but he wasn't quite level 6. But it did force the flash out from Zed, so it's really not all that bad of a deal. Ooh, Dark Binding just barely misses Varus once again. There's a lot of pings on the map. I'm not exactly sure what's going on. It shows Varus kind of like all by himself. Red team was pinging off for him, but I don't know what they were trying to accomplish with it. Quite yet. Oh my gosh, Singed is completely sandwiched between 3 members. He throws down the ult, gets... Oh, Zach gets flung, but it doesn't really go anywhere. It's like he just went straight in the same spot. And this is going to be a nice little slow coming out. Oh, this is a really bad situation. But the ultimate from Zed is going to do quite a bit of damage. Zach ends up popping. And oh my gosh, Lee Sin does end up falling. And it looks like, yes, Zed will pick up the double kill. Zed falls down to the Pantheon, but it's definitely worth the double kill since he was going to die anyway. And oh, the Shockwave, only getting one of them back in there. Singe is still alive. I didn't believe it. Are they going to get stunned? Is he going to get stunned? Yes, he gets the stun. And boom. That is going to be a very dead Singe. Great job by the red team. Kind of following up on that. It looks like they completely had Singe caught out of position. But wow, with Zed's backup, they did so much. And boom, collateral damage with that buckshot. Did so much damage. Able to do it, but it ended up being a trade. In the end, blue team definitely came out on top of that exchange in the bottom, mainly because getting an assist gets you automatic extra gold that you wouldn't get if there was no assist, and that's what happened to Varus. Granted, Varus is also still down by 20 CS, so getting that extra little bit of gold is always useful. Sending him back, forcing him to lose like a minion wave and almost a minion wave and a half is also a really good job. Still a very, very weird support pick. I haven't seen Morgana in support in a really long time. Ever since Muffin Cutie stopped playing her. Which has actually been quite some time. I mean, he stopped playing her like, I think before LCS. Maybe a couple weeks in LCS? Maybe? Oh, Singe throws down his ultimate. He's going to go for the fling. Holy cow, Pantheon is so fast. I'm surprised that he's actually that fast. Singe is just going to keep poisoning him. And this is going to be a lot of damage that Singe is going to tank, but he's going to be able to get away from that tower. Zed coming in here. He does have his ultimate, but nice flash coming out. He's going to get the stun, and ooh, nice living shadow. Just barely gets away with just under 150 HP. It's a great job by Zed getting out of there without any consequences. Able to pick up the kill, and that's exactly what they need to do. Varus actually taking quite a bit of damage, but oh, Morgana missed that Dark Binding. It's not going to be good. There's an exhaust used. Forcing out the exhaust, trying to bait something out, but that's really, really good for them. She's always trying to bait him in, and they had to have known that Lee Sin was there. The ultimate from Morgana gets popped and doesn't actually go anywhere. The ignite from Kraves goes down. He tries to pick up some minion kills in the meantime, but it's not going to happen. And that is going to be a double kill for the Lee Sin. Support Lee Sin. You heard it here first. ScubaChris rocking it up. He's basically support carry, because at this point, he probably has more gold. Oh, he's just as much gold as 80 carry. It's not something you see very often, this support having just as much gold as 80 carry. But oh my gosh, in the middle lane, we do have Nautilus getting caught out by both Orianna and boom, the Shockwave picking up the kill. Zed is now slowed, and oh, he gets another stun. Pantheon could go for the jump. Is he going to get it? Ooh, nice double kill from Orianna. That dissonance just barely helping, and wow, that is a killing spree for her. She now has double buffs. This is going to be a very dangerous situation for her to be in, because they're really going to be gunning for her. If she dies, she will give quite a nice little chunk of gold over to whoever kills her. Red team finally going after the dragon. It took 11 minutes. We've seen a lot more early dragons lately, so 11 minutes is kind of back to what it used to be. But oh my gosh, and that's exactly what I was talking about. Ooh, double buffs are gone now. Completely eliminated from the entire map. Ooh, nice job. He could get a Let's Bounce going on here. Yep, he will throw on that Let's Bounce. He's going to be taking the tower for quite some time. He needs to get out of there. Ooh, almost has, but Zed is going in trying to get that kill. Just barely picks it up. Yeah, that's going to be a double kill for the Zed. He could go for the triple kill. Oh, the flash jukes! So strong, and Varus just barely gets away. Oh my gosh. Dorn's played too strong. Also, that Bilgewater Cutlass picked it up. Wow, I can't believe Zed actually got a double kill from that. It was a 3-on-1. Granted, they were pretty low, but they survived for quite some time. It's very surprising. Great job by Zed. Up by only 1 kill right now and up by 5 CS, but man, he's really trying to keep his team relevant in this game. The blue team is currently behind by 4,000 gold, which is never a good situation to be in. And Cinch is definitely going to be able to pick up this kill. Nice little fling, and boom. Last poison tick for the kill. Cinch at this point should be able to take this tower, and that is going to keep them relevant for this game even more. They're going to start equalizing their gold loss and potentially even coming back. And that, of course, is the #1 thing you need to do. When you're behind, you really don't want to panic if you can avoid it, obviously. Nice fling coming out onto Zac, but man, Zac is still in a pretty tough position. I don't know if he has his passive up quite yet. Yes, he does have his cell divide up. This is a position where Zac gets really, really dangerous. If he gets caught out of position by Orianna, Orianna can do quite a bit of damage, but at the same time, Zed is just absolutely insane right now. Oh, Lee Sin could go. Oh, Pantheon coming in for the kill. This could be very dangerous for Zac. Zac is going to Living Shadow over it, and oh man, this could be bad, but a beautiful engagement coming out with the Dragon Strike, actually getting Zed out of there. Zac comes in with the less bounce, and Pantheon picks up the kill on Nautilus. Definitely went down, and there's nothing that Zed can do at this point. Ooh, Dark Binding actually landing, and now going for the stun. This is a really nice fling right into the tower still. And Zac is going for the kill onto the Zed, but he gets exhausted. He is going to go down. Cell Divide now coming out. Going to get attacked by quite a bit. Oh, wow. The collateral damage just obliterating him. Now Pantheon is completely caught up by himself against 3 members of the blue team, just trying to get on some damage before he dies. Blue team had a nice solid plan, but they didn't take an account for Zed using his Living Shadow right over the wall. I don't know why, because that's the first thing I would have thought of. Hey, 1 person stay there. Nice job. Beautiful play by Varus, actually picking up that kill. And this is really not a good situation for him to be in. He does have a little bit of life, so he is going to get flung back. But man, oh, nice job. This is really going to help with Lee Sin there. Lee Sin's going to be able to do quite a bit of damage, and yes, Varus picks up that kill. So now Nautilus is in the fray. Gets a nice hook, gets so much CC on him. Oh, and the Living Shadow not quite getting in range. Zed was almost able to throw down his death mark, but it was still in cooldown, so it doesn't really matter. That's just a non-stop fight for quite some time. Orianna can finally be able to pick up her blue buff once again. And that is going to help greatly. She actually ends up going for the Morellonomicon, which is, I wouldn't say standard, but not abnormal either. I guess it could be standard. We'll say it's standard. Having that full 40% cooldown reduction is very important for her. It means that she can use her command attack, use her dissonance and shield a lot more frequently. Zac right now is all by himself at the bottom lane. Is he going to try to do much of anything else? I don't know why they went crazy with it. He throws on his Let's Bounce, and wow, he ends up just scaring them away with the 106-second cooldown. They didn't really waste anything on top of that as well. Wow. Singed and Lee Sin ended up picking up the kill on the Singed at top. Beautiful play by them, and they may be able to take this top tower, which would be really, really good for them. Currently, the towers are tied at 1-1. Blue team is down by about 2,000 gold, and this is going to put them up to 3. Nautilus coming around from the back. This could be really, really bad, but Pantheon is still here. Varus, in the meantime, oh, they end up picking up a kill. Are they going to get another one? Yes, that is going to be a double kill for Varus. And, oh my god. That is a very easy kill. Zed ends up picking up Lee Sin pretty easily, and Pantheon gets his Grand Skyfall away from the fight, which is a really nice play by him. He went to the bush and just went for the Grand Skyfall. Red team now has, oh my gosh, this is not going to be good. Red team now has 3 towers against the 1. And man, she's just kiting as much as possible, but wow. Ooh, a nice shockwave. I don't know if that's necessary. Throws down the ultimate, and holy cow, Singe is going down. Beautiful play by Orianna there. knew that Zac was coming, and man, they were just able to pick it up. She knew exactly how much damage she had and what she could do. And again, that's just to show how important 40% cooldown reduction is to an Orianna. She had crazy ball control, basically as good as a juggler. What either teams are doing right now. Ooh, a beautiful Dark Binding going on Elise, and he actually ends up tanking it. Varus does a little bit extra damage, and bam, that is going to be a free kill for Varus. Varus is now 7-1-5, rocking the godlike, and he is not messing around at all. He's still behind by 35 CS, which is quite a bit. Yeah, it's a lot. It's definitely a lot of CS he's behind by. He's still up by about 1,400 gold, though. Ooh, Pantheon doing as much damage as he can to the Singe. And wow, I'm surprised that the Singe is actually going down that fast. Pantheon's doing some nice work with that Brutalizer. Clearly really helping. And wow. What happened in this mid lane? Didn't get a chance to see. Is gonna swap, it looks like, yes. Throws down the ultimate, and that's gonna be a ton of damage. Even though, wow, yeah, even though the Shockblade came out, she still got obliterated with those Living Shadows and the Death Mark. That was a great play. Oh, that was a really nice try by the OddOne to be able to pick that up. Oh, the Ignite, nice job by Pantheon using that Ignite, barely getting out with 26 HP. Slingshot now coming out. Ooh. He cancels it, look like. Varus now doing as much damage as he can, but ooh, the ultimate now goes down on Varus. It's going to take quite a bit of damage. But are they going to be able to get it? Zac is in a really tough position. Varus doing as much damage as he can, and ooh, a nice flash coming out from Morgana to be able to dodge it just a little bit. Yes, this is nice. Grand Skyfall, beautiful. Tons of damage down on Morgana. And that is going to be a beautiful slingshot right into the front of Nautilus, preventing him from getting away, and that is a double kill for the Pantheon. At least in the meantime, getting a shutdown onto the Zed, and that is a really bad position for him to be in too. I mean, Leeson himself has 7 kills, and he's the support. Red team is finally going down onto the Baron. Baron is at 3,000 HP, going down to 2,000. Singe is trying to do something, but there's nothing he can do. He doesn't even have Smite. Yes, Zac does pick it up, and ooh, Tentacle Rape coming out from Varus does not quite land. And ooh, nice flash by WildTurtl, being able to get away for just a little bit, but it's definitely not going to be enough. Yeah, there's absolutely no way he's going to get out of that. He was able to delay whatever it is he was trying to delay, just kind of waste a little bit of time on the Baron. Granted, it wasn't a lot, but he did have 3 people chasing him for a while, so it prevented them from 30 seconds of recalling and anything else. And that time kind of adds up every once in a while. Varus finally starting to catch up on CS. He's only 23 behind now instead of 35. Zac throwing down the Let's Bounce already down on the 3 members, and a beautiful hook lands down onto Orianna. Orianna goes down super easily, and Zac is almost dead. But now the Grand Skyfall is coming once again. And oh, nice ult from Nautilus. Almost picking up that Zac. Doesn't quite land through, though. Wow, this is a really bad position. Nice fling, though, right into him. And wow, Pantheon actually picks up a kill from that. And this is not a good situation for Zac to be in. His poison is almost killing him. Ooh, Spider Nautilus trying to get a little bit of distance. Oh, Varus getting caught out of position now, but the flash over the wall, is it going to be enough? Are they going to land it? Varus has to throw down his barrier. And yes, he will be able to survive. Gets out of there and singed. Yes, his ultimate keeps him alive as well. And man, this is a dangerous, dangerous situation for everybody, especially Zac and Singe. They're not in the best positions just to be doing whatever. Lee Sin trying to land some skill shots in order to initiate onto him, but just barely missing everything. Zach and Orianna finally taking down the dragon, what they wanted to do for quite some time. Blue team did a really good job at actually starting that fight, though. If they didn't start that fight, they wouldn't have been able to get the kills and be able to get Baron off of, was it 3 members? 2 members? I think it was 2 members. Oh, Lee Sin going directly on to Morgana, but Lee Sin may go down. Yep. Now it's at least 3 members. So Lee Sin, Pantheon, and Orianna, yeah, all of them do not have Baron buff anymore. So it was kind of a waste of a Baron buff for them to just kind of waste it like that on trying to pick up a dragon. But it was a beautiful play by the blue team. Just absolutely, they knew exactly what they needed to do, and the red team was either just messing around or I'm not exactly sure. But I mean, the blue team has a lot of catching up to do, so it wouldn't surprise me. They're down by 8,000 gold at 22 minutes, which is a very extreme amount of loss. Nautilus coming in and a beautiful followed up by the Dark Binding, and this could be a really bad job for Pantheon. Pantheon, wow, almost gets killed. Collateral damage ends up picking it up. Wow, that's a ton of damage. Another ultimate from Morgana actually landing, followed by the... Oh man, this is not a good situation. Morgana ends up falling down, but Zed is on his way. Throws down his ultimate, but gets completely eviscerated by the rest of the blue team. Decent following up. That was a 2-for-1 exchange. Most likely not really worth it for either team. But, you know, it happens. Ooh, nice job by Zach. Throws on the Let's Bounce and tries to... Yeah, he's just going to continue to aggro that tower until it doesn't live any longer. Singe doing his thing, just kind of split pushing as much as he can. And the red team is just going to push down this inner bottom tower. Pantheon using his Grand Skyfall just to push off that tower and prevent Singe from farming any longer. Varus in the meantime pushing the inner middle tower, and man, this could be 2 inner towers that they lose back to back. And while they're already going for the inhibitor tower, Zed comes out and he is not happy. Is he going to go on a rampage at this moment? Ooh, nice safeguard to that ward. Definitely need to be done, but man, now Varus is completely out of position. Throws on a little bit of a speed buff himself, and wow, flashes over that wall. Is a beautiful flash. Ooh, just barely gets out of there. Singe goes the wrong way. It's a little depressing, but... Uh-oh. Oh my gosh, can't believe that Dark Binding missed. Oh, I can't believe that hook missed either. Nice job by Pantheon, but he will get slowed. He's going to flash over. Is it going to be enough, though? Oh, Dark Binding almost lands, and he's just going to keep using that red buff. Oh, God. Oh, the fling. It flings him off, and wow, Varus coming in, doing so much damage. Holy cow. Zach coming in from the back, and so is Lee Sin. Lee Sin's going to take a lot of damage, so he actually gets Dark Pounded and ignited. Goes down. Lee Sin not in a good position, but Zach is going to get revenge, and so will Pantheon. So that was a really nice trade once again for the red team. It seems like they're just really content with trading those 2-for-1. I don't know why the blue team keeps initiating onto these really weird fights. They're in awkward positions. They're not really defending anything. They're just sitting there, like really overextending past the river, past their towers. They're not waiting for neutral monsters to come up. They're not guarding their buffs. They're not really warding. I don't exactly know what the blue team is doing, but it's not going to be the way they're going to win. There you go. Morgana gets pink ward. That'll push him in the right direction, but again, that was only 1 pink ward in a weird spot. She's still not anywhere where she needs to be. Finally, Orianna's starting to get a little bit relevant as far as damage goes. She already maxed out her her Archangel Staff. Now she needs to get that Death Cap, and that will help significantly, but it's going to be an awkward situation until then. She's still not going to be able to do a lot of damage. Everyone is really, really mobile on the blue team, and they're going to have those spell shields to help. Nautilus is going to be able to get away. Zed will be able to get away. Singe just doesn't really care. Graves will be the only possible option, but he still has that quick draw, so it's really sneaky to avoid. It's going to be tricky for Orianna, we'll just say that. And it probably has been all game. That's maybe why she hasn't been doing as good as she should have been doing. Uh-oh. That is going to be a huge, great job. But Zed comes in. Oh, a nice one. Gets 3 members in that Shockwave. And that's going to be a lot. The Let's Bounce just completely obliterating that blue team. The blue team has already lost 2 members. Pantheon going super, super low, but is going to be able to recall. At the same time, Varus picks up a kill. That is going to be a 3-for-0 exchange, all done by that great initiation from Pantheon, and that may be a surrender vote. It would not surprise me. This is definitely going to be at least 1 inhibitor. Most likely they will push down that 2nd inhibitor at the bottom. Yep, that is the first inhibitor going down in favor of the red team. Now they're just going to back off, actually. They don't really want to overextend it. They see that the rest of their team is going on to Baron, and they want to finish up the Baron and then buy some stuff, go back. Yeah, there's a couple people with 1,000+ gold in their pocket, and this Baron will definitely help with everybody else. Yeah, so that's going to be a lot of gold in their pocket. They're all just going to go back, buy a big chunk of items. Wow, in the meantime, Orianna just destroys him. Graves not having a good time right now. Ooh, this is not going to be good. That's going to be a Sunfire KP so beefy, but he just tanked the Baron for a really long time. And nice grab by the TheOddOne getting him out of there. But wow, they're trying to keep Orianna alive. It's not going to happen. Slingshot doing a little bit more CC, and Lee Sin is doing as much as he can. Yes, support Lee Sin, bringing it home. And Zac is in a really tough position. He may go down himself. Pantheon is now in the fight, though. Oh my gosh, I can't believe Lee Sin's still alive. And Pantheon comes in just in case.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
Oh jeez, Morgana's not having a good time. Oh, Lee Sin just barely misses it. That is definitely going to be a very dead Morgana. Great job from her, but wow, Varus, I don't know if he's going to be able to 1v1 a Singed, even though Singed is still pretty weak right now. Yeah, never mind. I will eat my words. Forgot the Varus was fed to shit. He also did use his Blade of the Ruin King, and the collateral damage coming, he's still able to destroy. That is a nice double kill. It's basically a 2v1, just one after another, having absolutely no problems. And then he's just going to recall now. He doesn't care. At this point, red team pretty much knows they're going to win. They're up by almost 20,000 gold at the 30-minute mark. There's really not much that the blue team can do. Zed's coming in for a really nice ult on the Pantheon, but that is going to be a very dead Zed. Pantheon ends up falling as well, but still, it's quite a bit of damage. Orianna's gonna follow up. Oh, is she gonna go after the Morgana? Boom! Shockwave. Doing quite a bit of spell immune there. Really nice little bit. Prevented her from getting CC'd or kind of just pulled back towards her, which is the best thing she needed to do. I just didn't think it was going to absorb that much damage. Even if it was at max level, I don't think it should have done that much. It shouldn't have absorbed that much. But either way, that was really, really good play by Morgana. Kept her alive. Used the Shockwave. Zac coming in, doing a little bit of damage. He gets the CC. Less bounce starts. And that's a lot of damage. That is going to be a free Dragon. Singed again, really caught out of position. But Morgana is now here as well as Nautilus. And Nautilus throws down the ult down on Lee Sin. Lee Sin is not going to be able to chase very much. And Morgana throws down her ult. Doesn't actually get anybody in the stun. Varus is going to pick up that kill once again. Godlike. Pantheon coming in with the Grand Skyfall. Is he going to be able to do anything with it? That is the question. Boop. Free spear kill. Nice job by Zac using that slingshot to his advantage. Bam. That is a free kill. Lee Sin caught in a really tough spot. Definitely going down from that. Yep. Deathmark absolutely obliterated him. Pantheon taking way too many tower shots. And this should be the good game. There's a nice whiff on that shockwave there, but that's okay. It was a surrender. Well, it was an interesting game. Some interesting champion choices, especially with the supports this game, which was kind of odd. But wow, Lee Sin did such a good job. 12, 7, and 14 as a support. That's just ridiculous. He got quite a bit of CS in the end there. He was able to split push and kind of hold his own after he picked up quite a few kills. So great job by him. So overall, you know, congratulations to the red team, GG to the blue team. And again, if you guys like my videos, make sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. It really does help out the channel. And if you have any requests for players or champions that you want to see, make sure to let me know in the comment section below or send me a message so I can get those recorded for you. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Peace.